example. We'll just start by doing the problem here. Okay, we are given a bunch of what are called conversion factors, and these are real conversion factors. They're not commonly used very much in science, but they kind of have, they're somewhat historical here. So we have that 3 hands equals 1 foot, 2 cubits equals 1 yard, 3 feet equals 1 yard, 2 spans equals 1 cubit. All right, and the problem that we're given is to convert 10 hands into spans. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is create something called a unit map, and that tells you what units you're going to convert between in order to get from hands over to spans. So we'll start by doing this. We'll say hands, and we have here that 3 hands equals 1 foot, so I will put foot next. And I also have that 3 feet equals 1 yard, so I know that if I can convert hands to feet, then I can go from feet to yards. So my next step will be yards. And down here it says that 1 yard equals 2 cubits, so I can convert to cubits next. And finally I have that 1 cubit equals 2 spans. Okay, so that is my unit map. I know that I have all of the conversion factors that I need in order to go from hands to feet to yards to cubits to spans. So writing them out in that order is called making the unit map. Then you start making your fence post, and your fence post is a big line, and then here are the vertical lines, which makes it look kind of like a fence, hence the name. So next, you take the unit, you take each unit, hands, and you write it again down and to the right. Okay, so hands are going to go down there. Okay, foot down here, down and to the right, foot. Yards down and to the right. Cubits down and to the right. Okay. Next, you put in the actual numbers. And you're starting with what the problem gave you, starting with 10 hands. So that's your starting amount. Then you have here foot and hands. And so the conversion factor that we're given is that 1 foot equals 3 hands. So 1 foot, I'll put the 1 in front of the foot, and 3 hands, put the 3 in front of the hands. So with this method, it takes all the guesswork out of it. You never have to remember, oh, am I supposed to divide by 3 or multiply by 3? If you just remember this system, it's very hard to go wrong. Okay, so next you're looking at yards and foot. So we have here 3 feet equals 1 yard. So 3 feet, 3 goes in front of the feet or foot, and 1 yard on top. Next, cubits and yards. 1 yard, 2 cubits. 1 yard, 2 cubits. And then finally, 2 spans equals 1 cubit. So 1 cubit is 2 spans. All right, so now we have all of the numbers in place. And now what you do is multiply. You multiply the top row. So 10 times 1 times 1 times 2 times 2. And 10 times 2 is 20, times 2 again is 40. So that's the top row all multiplied together. Then you multiply everything on the bottom. 3 times 3 times 1 times 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay? So you end up with 40 divided by 9 as your final answer. Now you can't just simply leave it like that. You have to actually divide it out. We don't want fractions. The answer is for 4.44. Okay. And again, don't forget your units. And we have converted this now to spans. So final answer, 10 hands equals 4.44 spans. That's fence posting. Thanks for watching.